Welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be tips about being a single mom at 20. Let go of the guilt. You do not have to have everything completely figured out before they're even here or the day they get here. Your baby doesn't know that you don't know what you're doing, and that is okay. You will do a lot of things right and you'll do a lot of things wrong, and we are human. God is going to look after them. Take care of yourself too. Whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, all three of those matter. And I'm not saying we're not going to put our children first, because as mothers or as parents, our children do come before us. More I'm saying is healthy mom, healthy baby, or that's healthy dad, healthy baby. For example, I need to shower every single day or I get flustered and very impatient, and I refuse to take that out on my kid. So I'm going to make time for that need. I know that's probably like a lot of mom guilt because you think that you're putting your needs before your baby, but your baby also needs a healthy mom, and it doesn't mean you're going to put yourself first and neglect your kid, and then it doesn't mean you have to put your kid first and neglect your own needs. Like, your baby's watching you if you're going to take care of yourself still, or you're going to take less care of yourself. And I know in some situations it's extremely hard, like if you don't have help around or family or anybody. Healthy mom, healthy baby. Let go of that guilt. I got my baby a bedtime schedule. They don't naturally come out knowing like day and night and when to sleep, but I think it is important for us to put that routine in there for them. And for example, I let my kid, whenever she was a newborn, let her sleep whenever, and then I would watch her whenever her longest sleep would be. I brought in this little lamp that lights up. It's like a little moon lamp. My second piece of advice is helping your baby separate daytime from nighttime, so whenever they sleep they'll have a longer stretch at night. The way that I did it, I didn't have my newborn on a strict schedule. I kind of just saw what times was she taking the most longest nap, and I kind of let her just like free range sleep all day and night. I wasn't strict on it. I would just implement it into her night routine. I would take her a bath, and in our room I would turn off the light and plug in this little moonlight sound machines. Get them. I didn't get mine, but I have it now, but I should have in the beginning. But I had this little moonlight from the dollar store, and I would plug it in. That was the only light in the room. It wasn't like overshining, but I would feed her, and sometimes she would go to sleep, sometimes she wouldn't, but I would keep the lights off, and then she would end up going to sleep. And over time, her sleeping at night got longer. And for me, that little moonlight was me separating daytime from nighttime. So anytime I would go in to plug it in, I would have her with me, and I would tell her, look, it's almost for bed, and I would plug it in, and she would see me do it repeatedly for months. Doing little things to separate the day and the night routines from the naps in the daytime is like a huge help. Get a job that fits your baby's needs. And I know that's super hard right now. For example, I worked 4 months at a daycare that extremely underpaid us, and I saw the daycare kids more than I saw my own kid, and they didn't even treat us all that well at the daycare. Daycares are stressful. They're really stressful, and I give props to anybody out there who has worked at a daycare, but I was carrying the frustration over from the daycare, bringing it home, and that was affecting me as a mother. I was getting impatient with my kid, but I mean, I never took it out on her, but there was always times where I would catch myself, and I knew in that moment I needed to do something because I wanted to be the best mom that I could. I wanted to show her the most patience, how to be patient, even when you are impatient. But I didn't want to feel that all the time. But I know us as single parents, we have to do what we have to do to make a living. And sometimes we have to stick with a job that we're not so happy with. It doesn't mean you have to stay there forever. It just means you are earning your income in order to keep going. You know what I mean? Don't stop where you're at. Just keep going. I think your work does 100% affect you as a person. Your mental state, your physical state, your emotional state, your happiness. You do not have to take every single advice that everybody's going to give you. People are going to give you advice whether you ask for it or not. Sometimes it's coming from a good place. Sometimes people are judgmental. Sometimes talk to God first about it, because and then you're going to hear all of these different opinions in your head, and you're going to probably think at some point that one of these opinions is God's when it's really not. Fit the advice to you. This is such a big deal to me, and I promise you, if you do this, you will not regret it. You do not have to have a constant clean house every single day. You have a newborn. Life has changed. There's new priorities. Your life is not going to look like what it did. That does not have to be a scary thing. It does not have to be a bad thing. Society has made it a scary thing. Society has made it a bad thing. But if your living room is all messed up for a whole day, for 2 days, that is okay. We're getting the hang of this. And I took the pressure off of myself, and it was a real struggle to be like, it's okay if I don't have the dishes cleaned this morning. I can do them on her second nap. And the dishes can wait. The laundry can wait. If your baby needs you right there to hold her and to comfort her, please take that time, because it goes by so fast. And I'd rather have that time with my kid than a clean dish. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard to navigate and balance all those things. It's okay for you to learn to balance things. Again, your baby does not know what you're doing, which kind of takes, I feel like, the pressure off. When I first heard that saying, I was like, wow, you're so right.